They gave you a checklist. Go to school, get a job, pay the bills, stay busy, don't ask too many questions. They called it reality, and most people accepted it like a default setting. But here's the twist they never mention. Reality isn't something you live in. It's something you create. And until you understand that, you're living in someone else's program, a borrowed life, handed down like an heirloom nobody asked for. Welcome to Manifestramind, where we don't chase, we awaken. This matrix we move through? It's not made of bricks. It's made of beliefs. Sticky, repeated, unquestioned beliefs. From the day you're born, you're handed a framework. What's possible? What's not? What's safe? What's crazy? What's acceptable? And what's too much? You're told to stay realistic. Be practical. Keep your head down. Blend in. Get by. But that's not realism. That's hypnosis disguised as responsibility. Here's the truth. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you've accepted as true, often without knowing it. And if those truths were installed by a system built on limitation, then your reality becomes a predictable prison with invisible bars. You become a character in someone else's script, acting out loops you didn't consciously choose. So how do you wake up? Not by screaming affirmations, not by repeating mantras like magic spells, not by trying to feel good 24/7. You wake up by asking the dangerous questions. Who wrote this belief I keep repeating? Who told me I had to hustle for worthiness? Why do I think time is a requirement for transformation? Waking up isn't about being positive. It's about being conscious. It's about reclaiming the pen and writing your own internal code. Because reality isn't something you walk through. It's something that walks out of you. Here's what the awakened understand. Your subconscious isn't listening to your voice. It's watching your loyalty. It doesn't care what you say. It follows what you refuse to change. If you want your world to change, don't just shift your mood. Shift your programming. You do that by breaking the story behind your expectations. Not, I am rich, but I'm no longer loyal to being broke. Not, I attract love, but I refuse to entertain anything less than alignment. This is the moment you stop decorating the prison and finally walk out. Try this instead. Pause your inputs. Turn off the noise. Give your mind space to hear itself again. Observe your reflexes. The way you react is the way you were programmed. Interrupt the script. Speak a new truth. Make a new move. Disrupt the familiar. Plant a new root belief. Not, I want it, but it's my natural state. Because consciousness shapes code, and code writes reality. Reality isn't a destination, it's a reflection. And the mirror doesn't lie, but it does wait. Waits for you to stop arguing for your limitations. Waits for you to stop worshiping the familiar just because it's safe. Wake up, not just spiritually, but architecturally. Because when you do, the simulation has no choice but to respond to the version of you who finally took control. Thank you for aligning with me today. Repeat, trust, reprogram, and remember, your mind is the portal, and belief is the backdoor key they hoped you'd never find.